Hi friends, this is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to Not For Broadcast, episode 2, part 2. Poke the toad around the upper right card area, see where we left off last time. Today, I've turned the sound up a little bit more so you can hear what's going on the broadcasts itself. Hopefully that wasn't too annoying last time. Sorry. I'm also starting off with my computer in extra fan mode because it does wear on my graphics card a good bit. So, for me to keep doing the things and stuff and, not having my computer overheat and die, gotta have fan whirling, so hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. If it does, sorry. To see this mug, you want to actually be able to have me keep a computer. And to also see this beautiful mug, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 4 Eastern Time. Poke Soda, subscribe, come back, hang out. Send this to your gay friend. Anyways, so let's get into it. Last we left off, we had our first run of broadcasting. There was an attempt for government censorship. We also got a nurse for Mom. And we also didn't die from the electric shock. So, we'll see where we go from here. Different things will happen on news depending on how you behave at work and at home. Ugh. I love this game. It's so cool. A ladder worth climbing. Oh! It's a lazy Sunday afternoon in summer, with you and Sam making the most of both kids being out of the house. You bang your head coming out of the cupboard with the last 2 slices of the homemade cake. It used to be much easier when you could store things in the pantry. It's rare for you and Sam to actually get to finish sweet things in the house, and you savor every moment. Just as you take your last bite, you hear the sound of the front door slamming. That'll be Charlie getting back from the go-getters. You can hear him practically running to come find you, and he's grinning from ear to ear when he finally says, "I have some really big news." You and Sam play along, sitting attentively with bated breath. "Really?" Charlie asked, as you both nod enthusiastically. With a flourish, he reveals a new badge from his pocket and proudly presents to you both to examine as he announces, "As of today, I'm a member of the first tier of cohesion candidates. It's way more stuff I'm going to be doing, and I'll be working some weekends, but it's really cool." Sam congratulates Charlie as you can't help but frown. This seems like a big step for teenagers. You and Sam both grin back at your son. You're thrilled that he's happy and doing well. I'm a little meh about, the kind of pseudo-cult here. You want to be proud of him, but cohesion candidate sounds really like youth indoctrination. So, yep. Boop. 278. A sign of things to come. Uh-oh. Ew. Shopping, something that always seemed so tedious before the sanctions, has become even more of a chore now. You managed to get almost everything you needed for the family this evening, but you'll have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park, though it's hard to make out why in the dark. Hopefully whatever's causing it won't take long. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize that the queue was actually due to a checkpoint set up at the exit. Friendly-looking man in an advanced uniform. CCO. Embracing the number of places on it. Approaches your card and knocks on the driver's side window. You roll it down. Good evening. Nothing to worry about. Just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Are these cards supposed to be voluntary? Sorry, I don't have one. Oh, that's not a problem. We've got forms with us right here, and we'll be happy to sign you up. The man gestures to the colleague behind him, a young woman in similar uniform. She clearly received the short end of the stick and stuck with paperwork. Well, I suppose I might as well, as you're here. But these cards weren't required. Well, strictly speaking, they're not. But there's also lots of benefits to having them. No reason not to get one. His smile fades a bit when he puts a hand up to scratch the back of his neck for a moment. He leans over you, his presence now seeming a little intimidating. A good point. Sign me up. I don't want anything of that sort. No, thank you. Almost instantly, the friendly demeanor is gone, and his expression is one of stern disapproval. Well, obviously, I can't make you sign up, but I would strongly recommend you do, and soon. We won't want people to think you had anything to hide, would we? Takes a step back and gestures for you to drive on. Sure, you've seen him writing something down in your rearview mirror, so you head home more hurriedly before. Clearly, Advance are very keen on everyone joining the team. Nope. 290. An invitation worth ignoring? It's a Saturday, one of your few days off, and you've made the most of it. But as late afternoon draws on, the invitation sits pinned to the fridge, staring accusingly at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event. Bosmus was very quick to tell you. Also, don't you dare be late. Probably not wise to risk Bosmus' wrath. Better go. You already missed your anniversary this year. You're not giving up another Saturday. You probably need to go. I hate to say it like this, but, it's probably a thing you're supposed to go. But anniversary. Yeah, you should probably go. Best start getting ready. I wonder if Sam will give you a lift. A drink or two might help with the enforced office setting. Hopefully it won't be too bad. After all, you're pretty good at your job, right? Right? I'm not good at your job. A national news night. You arrive on time. Barely. At the Salvanian, one of the oldest and grandest hotels in the capital. You're surprised to see a queue to get in, and quickly realize it's because people are being searched at the door by some very military-looking personnel in smart attire. While you're waiting, you can't help but notice just how very opulent the building is. Possibly the fanciest place you've ever been in your life. You submit to being patted down, and with a sigh, are led into the hotel. Once inside, you're directed to the grand ballroom. Follow the signs. You marvel at the sheer scale of the place and the amount of armed security guards. When you finally arrive, a very severe-looking woman at the door asks for your name. I'm Alex Winston. She curtly checks her list before whispering something to the waiter before her. You made it just in time to be seated before dinner. Please follow Manuel here to your table. The waiter smiles at you and opens one of the great double doors, gesturing for you to enter. Immediately, you can see why it's called the Grand Ballroom. Pause for a second to take it all in. Is that like a tower of drinks? That's very unsafe. Phew. You feel a slight tap on your arm. Emmanuel gestures for you to follow him. He sits you at the table away from the central floor area, half under a set of stairs. Well... okay. Your view of the stage is, at best, partially blocked. Bosman definitely not happy with you at the moment. You're sat with some colleagues you've heard of around the Channel 1 offices before, but haven't met. For the most part, you're considered slackers at best and about to be fired at worst. What category do you fit in? As the evening goes on, you hear Jeremy Donaldson receiving an award of outstanding contributions to journalism, and you also hear Megan Wolfe accepting it on his behalf as he hasn't turned up to the event. Not unusual, apparently, but it's hard for you to tell much of from your limited view under the stairs. You also notice a community cohesion officer hovering near your table. You could swear they're listening in on your conversation. A few glasses of, no doubt, very expensive wine later, you see Bosman speaking to to a few specific tables, joined by what looks like Prime Ministers Julius Salisbury and Peter Clement. This is confirmed by an unimpressed nod from the CCO when you ask them, perhaps a little too loudly. The presence sparks a debate between those at your table about the virtues of both advance and disrupt. You response how advance is making the country better. You argue in favor of disrupting their ideas of freedom. Stay out of politics, you probably had too much to drink. That. You're at a work event. That. You end up talking and staying later than you thought you would, despite yourself. Sam is at best pleased when you keep them waiting outside for 20 minutes, but it wasn't an entirely terrible evening in the end. Still rather have been at home, though. Maybe you'll skip the next one. Fair? The efforts you choose to play will influence the value of the company making the product. And possibly more. Ooh. And possibly more. The Flawed Master 5000. Flaweds. Flaweds for everyone. I love how fun this game is. Like, there's more story than you think. And I'm sure that if I played this again, I would have totally different options. And I would have completely new scenes. Like, it has so much replay potential here, and I really hope you are able to pick it up for yourself. It's really good. Okay. Okay, yeah, this... No? Okay, no more telephone. Oh, God. Oh my God.
The gauge in the front view will give you an indication when things are hotting up, and hopefully even someone with your attention span will hear the damn thing sizzling. Don't lose control of the room. Boozman out.
Okay.
Classical illusions are no substitute for air conditioning.
You know, I genuinely thought you'd be in a better mood today. She's not even here.
Yes, but he is. Our gun-toting handler.
Family-friendly holiday
I don't know what the
camp
fuck
in
his
the
name
heart
is,
of the
do I?
countryside.
Here to keep us safe from
Yes.
people like Disrupt.
More like keep us in line.
Rainbow.
Give me the wheels.
10
Impressive
seconds,
new
everybody.
home's
So,
computer
actual
system.
real news tonight.
Oh, the
Yes.
world's on fire. That good enough for you? Going in
Oh
5,
yes, Crazy Neil.
4, 3.
Yes.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th week. In a statement from team headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julius Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
Ever since these illegal sanctions were imposed, we have gratefully relied upon trade and aid from our worldwide friends who, like us, refuse to recognise their legitimacy. Today's escalation, however, is nothing short of an act of war. We call upon our international allies to condemn this blockade absolutely, and we warn aggressors to this country that we are neither meek nor defenceless.
Jeez.
Thank you.
Three's a crowd. It seems the celebrity wedding of the decade might have been a touch busier than expected. In a photo leaked today, it appears the union of football star Johnny Hamsleeves and his bride, Tiffany Lamore, may have had a few uninvited guests.
I'm going with this one.
Scores of drunken revelers gate-crashed the star-studded celebrations and seemingly caused something of a stir. The group swarmed the dance floor in what one onlooker called a conga of shame.
Conga
At
of
least 3
shame.
people were taken to hospital with injuries described as bouquet-related.
Bouquet
In
related.
it to win it, exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take-up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, And if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one. Flawed-hearted, a shocking inspection of Remington Smith's new flood factory has revealed health concerns that could leave the groundbreaking facility's future in doubt. After the public's lukewarm response to the industrial plant, the troubling report that found a possible long-term risk to shop floor workers could be the final nail in the coffin. CEO Sophia Remington, however, was optimistic that her employees would remain loyal. But perhaps she spoke too soon. As these photos clearly show, workers are taking the warnings very seriously, and some have even abandoned their posts to seek medical advice. It seems like my mother was wrong. A flood a day won't keep the doctor away. Leaders shipping out. The trapped scientists undertaking a bold escape from Dante's taint have revealed which of their two erstwhile leaders will spearhead their journey to freedom.
Oh my god.
While throughout their careers it's been clear that doctors
Four.
Swartzborg and Horgensford have worked best together, it seems one of them is now going to be taking a back seat. Ingrid has always been the tempered coolant to David's flagellized metal. So it's no surprise that with the unexpected challenges the team have faced, they chose her methodical and effective approach to getting the team home safely.
Yes.
Critics, however, have speculated that her strategy may be delayed, as her name takes much longer to say. Life during wartime. As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist group Disrupt caused chaos in Parliament Park last night. Scuffles broke out after the protests, resulting in multiple arrests and the injury of 3 community cohesion officers. Advance have yet to comment. The reckless fire will certainly be remembered by all those who have seen these striking images. As their actions escalate, people across the country are asking themselves, who are Disrupt? And what exactly do they want? Other than a new box of matches, of course. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship, and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh god. Oh god. Why? Why? Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god.
Our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every
Whew.
great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot
Jesus.
weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolfe in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there?
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here with Dr. Anna Burns at the University of Princeton. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
I'm so interested in what in the world's happening on one.
Carrying out a study
Nope.
on just what's causing this unbelievable heat. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
Sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer, and very soon we'll be getting a high-tech readout of the results.
State-of-the-art computer.
I should just say, none of this would be possible without the generous support of Remington's Fist. This is all thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdote. Oh, here we go. And, as expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on. This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so...
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
Why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think.
Yeah? We need to evolve gills within 40 years.
You look thirsty.
Here it just says, Shit.
Look at you. This is meant to be a celebration. Can't go around looking like that.
Shit.
There you go. Much
Shit.
better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this?
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is
It's
running out.
running out. Absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest.
Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just one opinion on the climate.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that everything is just fine. I'm Megan Wolfe, here with science. Back to you.
Megan Wolfe there, attempting to do some actual news. Next, heads over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer,
Oh my God.
an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's
No.
amazing prize. How do you feel?
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
No.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Jeez.
Wow, that sounds so convenient, but we're all dying to know. What have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julia Salisbury at one of the capital's top restaurants.
Ooh, swanky.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the guttering.
Absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
I've written a poem about it.
Oh, here we
So,
go.
can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds.
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Wait.
Oh,
No.
how unexpected.
I don't
Wait, how?
I write poetry.
How?
Fantastic. So Gary,
Oh, that's how. Ah!
On the climate.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that everything is just fine. I'm Megan Wolfe, here with science.
Here was science. Back to you.
Megan Wolfe there, attempting to do some actual news. Next, heads over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership lottery. Robin?
thanks, Jeremy. I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing prize. How do you feel?
No.
Filled with fervent euphoria.
No.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick
Oh,
form or
God.
two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient, but we're all dying to know. What have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julia Salisbury at one of the capital's top restaurants.
Ooh, swanky.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the guttering.
That's absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
I've
Jeez.
written a poem about it.
Poem.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds.
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh,
Oh, God.
how unexpected.
I don't polish turds. I write poetry.
Potato, potato. So Gary,
Potato, potato.
Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his downpipe.
there's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Or would you like to hear one?
No, thank you. Gary, when you signed up for team membership, was it in hopes of winning the lottery, or were there other reasons?
I like a flutter, of course, but no, the boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
Oh, my God.
I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No!
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Why?
Are you all right?
Why?
It's coming.
No, 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 no.
It's inspiration, and it's delicious. Right
Did
you
you-
are.
Did you?
Today on the show, there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Yeah, this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous, really lovely texture.
Would you encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
Well, if it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at all blue eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
It's
What?
quite rare.
Maybe that wasn't.
Oh my god.
And that's all we have time for today.
Oh my god.
Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky pair they are. And finally in this segment, it's over to Patrick Bannon, who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which was recently voted the smelliest town in the country. And I have to say that, you know, in this, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else.
No.
Barry Lardons, mate, you've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you. You tell that, look at him, proud as punch. Do you know what it's like, son, being the second smelliest town? No, I don't. Living in the shadow of Arseminster.
Arseminster.
And who's laughing now, eh?
Well, not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted.
Oh my God.
Put it here.
Does the stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong
Oh my
at
God,
first.
no.
You get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's the sickness?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the waterway, but I think it's probably a few valves on the high street.
Oh my God.
Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then folk experience a lot of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, this stinking old tramp?
Next recording is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
I thought we had someone that was sung of my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous. Why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off. You know what? I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon. Feel the Bannon. Oh, man.
And the ennui. All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
Woo.
Dotty? Is that you? Why are you made out of elbows?
Oh, don't worry, folks. Once he
Oh my
wakes
God.
up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels.
Whew.
Right, that's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. You need to stand up.
Up around our coastline as we speak.
Jeez.
When we come back, I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away.
Oh, God.
Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these messages.
Yay. God. Jeez.
That was stupid, even for you.
I don't care. It's done. I am done. It's 200 fucking degrees in here, and I can't do this anymore.
You say this every Friday.
I've done
Who?
something.
What do you mean? Jeremy?
My mic is still.
Oh. Oh, what did he do?
Guest has some unsuitable opinions for the evening news. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for subversive talk. It would be nice if you could try
what I'm talking about? Cat football? We should be having an interview with the War Minister, or a report from Grantham Downs. Even the weather will be more fucking relevant than this.
Jeremy, please, just
You know what?
something like to keep people's minds off things.
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very much on things.
There we go.
So fucking hot.
Please take your
I'm
time
doing
as quickly as
this.
you can.
I can't do this anymore, Jane. I've had enough. That's it.
I got the tape.
10 seconds. Get over yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself for 5, 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Night of News with me, your host, Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin.
Professor
But first,
Pumpkin.
I'm joined by 3 guests with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes,
Oops.
that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election, and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting. I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that...
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. It's really affected my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
People tend to believe your story?
No.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Huh. Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come down, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very hot. What was I thinking?
That you're a teen fuck puppet?
No.
Or a sellout cunt?
Apologies. Just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
That it was the team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say,
Oh, wow, we may have to end that there, unfortunately. What a harmless bit of fun.
Steady on!
This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin. Ginger Tabby will go off with a penalty pause. Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go. Not you.
Unhand him at once!
Enough! That's enough! Enough!
Oh god. Oh god.
Alex, don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. You in the broadcast centre, both results capable. You listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio. I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and bloody cat football? We are on the brink of a siege the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years.
Woo.
The enemy is at the gates, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
Oh my God, stop.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go, before I change my mind. Jenny, lock the doors. Lock the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Now. Good. Yes. Now. Right. You in the broadcast centre. Alex, you listen to me.
Yes.
Pay attention. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in a commercial, but today is going to be a little bit different. Look to your right. Yes, really. Look to your right. There is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it into one of the machines. And when I say so, and not before, you play it.
Okay.
You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. Now, all cameras.
Alex, I know I've doubted your competence, but surely even you know better than to play that tape. We don't take orders from armed lunatics. Play it all over, or there will be consequences.
Over now, we're going to show the other side for it. For a bit of fucking balance. Have a good old days. Alex, play the fucking tape. I don't want to hurt any.
You got it.
See anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start.
Alex, you're going to get me in trouble with that. Let's hope you made the right call.
Reset the system for the third
We'll
segment.
know.
I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof.
On the news, we are disrupt. We are the resistance. It's time you knew the truth. You know advance are lying to you. You know the elderly are not a burden. You know the rich were not all evil. And you know the team membership card is an ID card, no matter what they try to tell you. But why should you trust us? Another faceless organization. A shadowy figure with a distorted voice. You've seen it so many times in the movies. Well, this is not a movie.
No. What?
My name is Alan James. I used to try and shock people for a living, for entertainment. But now we live in a time where perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up. Advance are coming for our freedoms. They are coming for the fruits of our labours. They will take our wealth. They will euthanize our parents and smiling throughout. They will turn our children against us if we voice our concerns. But you don't have to accept it. A great many people already won't. You can resist. You can disrupt. Find us. Talk with us. Join us. It isn't hard. We're everywhere.
This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had a speech, look. But this was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off.
Please, don't do any more stupid things today.
How long? How long?
You're already late.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Joining me, unexpectedly, for I very much imagine will be my last broadcast, are two new guests. Jenny works here at the National Nightly News and is someone I consider, well, a friend. And next to her is, what's your name?
Andy.
Andy's a policeman. Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official.
Officer.
Sorry?
It's community cohesion officer, CCO.
And how's that for you, Andy? Being rebranded?
It's good. It's not about confrontation anymore. You know, the force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some.
I couldn't say.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
I don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you? We'll come back to you later. Jenny?
don't want to be on the news, Jeremy.
That's perfectly understandable. You'd want to do this. Jenny, why did you join the National Nightly News team?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this program? The National Nightly News.
It was the news everyone trusted.
Was?
Is. Do you really want to quibble semantics at gunpoint?
Is there something else you'd rather discuss?
There is a great big Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring.
What do you mean?
I saw your face when that bid came down. You didn't know, did you?
It's about the message, not the messenger.
Like I said, you didn't know.
No, I didn't know. The people I met were with, he wasn't there. I didn't know it was Alan James.
I'm sorry, but seriously, Alan fucking James. You're flushing your life down the toilet for... God, I love you, Jeremy, but...
He's a good speaker. He's popular in the country.
Not right.
Look, forget Alan James. There is still something deeply wrong. And you know it, Jenny. And you know it, Andy. And you at home, you know it too. Meanwhile, I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit. Patrick is paddling about in shit. And Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff. I mean, it's not sophisticated, Paul. What a metaphor. We are sleepwalking our way into oppression, and the news isn't saying anything. We're not saying anything.
Says who? Alan fucking James.
What are all those scientists working on at Grentham Downs? What are they testing underground at Altergrave?
What?
Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
Oh, well, there's other forms of identification that we will accept.
For how long?
We're just here to help.
Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you.
Oh God.
You
Oh,
read
what's
these cards
happening?
with my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact?
What? I don't understand.
Do you want my help,
Yes,
Andy?
yes, whatever you say, yes.
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
What?
Eat the fucking news, Andy, or I'll force it down your fucking throat.
Jeremy, stop.
Go on.
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking bully.
Jeremy, stop. We will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that.
Oh God.
Of course. You're right. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. You can put the card down now, Andy. You can go now. You too, Jenny. Fuck off over there. We're nearly done. All cameras on me. This new regime of ours is so seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over? Don't you want to know what's being done in your name? How many people were transitioned last month? A record high. Again.
No.
If you care. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions instead of whose shit is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves.
I wanted to see that.
Hey, that's why I arranged for you to see that broadcast from the last break. I didn't know it was going to be him, but I guess that just about sums it up. We are all up Ship Creek with a paddle made of Alan fucking James. Christ, it's also fucking pointless. I was going to quit tonight. Take a holiday. Try something else. Out of the limelight. Maybe try having a relationship. I hear they're nice. Never tried. I loved them. And now, well...
God, Jeremy, don't!
I've tried my best to be honest with you, but this just isn't the mood anymore. And I'm sorry. I've lost this fight. I've let you down.
Please, we can't show this. Cut to the ad.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
My name's Jeremy
Now!
Donaldson.
Do it now!
If you can. Somehow. And I envy you.
Look away,
Have a
please.
peaceful night.
Jeremy!
Yep. I lost my job for sure. Oh. You're making me hurt, game. Oh my goodness. Oh god. And everyone was tuned in. Everyone. I didn't even have to worry about it. It was just all green. Oh goodness. I didn't even have to worry about, like, the fan. Jeremy's gone. Jeremy's gone. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. Like, Alan James is the worst. Absolutely the worst. And Jeremy was so taken aback. Oh man. That was drama. Oh man. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to jail after that. I just broadcast a suicide live. Don't know how I feel about that one. Whoop. Peaceful night, the man behind the hood. Ugh. The Donaldson situation has been resolved. Some rude words were broadcast. More interference than news. Adequately edited. You played one advert too late. Advance angered by content. Values excellently handled. Valves excellently handled. Oh god, just look at that acceleration. I didn't even have to worry about it once, like, everything happened. Jeez. Okay. You received your full wages. Broken. Not quite breaking even. Okay. PC, RS, everybody's going up. World, Advance is going down. Disrupt's going up. Channel 1 is still brokenhearted. Oh, goodness. Okay, I can't. I have to take a break. I have to take a break after that. I hope you're okay. Please do take time to detach from that. I definitely recommend you do. I hope that you are enjoying it overall. Definitely, if you're interested in this and wanting to make different decisions than me, please go ahead and do it yourself. I highly recommend it. This is a great game. Despite the gunshot that we just saw. Like, honestly, that was intense. And a lot. So, it seems like this is going to go for at least another round or two, another episode or two, so definitely stick by while we finish up the rest of episode 2. Thank you all for hanging out, subscribe, make my heart not broken like Channel 1 News. And with that, I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye!